a pastor, good morning, a pastor he was in seminary before he told this story. But while he was in seminary, he was living in a little house, and not very far from the house was another house where a widow in the church lived. And he heard a knock at the door, and he went to the door, and there was the pastor of the church. And the pastor of the church said, "I just had an experience I had to share with somebody, and I wanted to share it with you." He said, a little while ago, a couple hours ago, this little lady that lives down the street from you, who lives alone and doesn't have much in the way of good things and material things, came to me, and he said, "Hey, I want you to come down to my house for a minute." And so he said, I walked down to her house, and when I got to her house, she said, "You know, I want to show you something. I don't believe that you'll know what you believe, but somebody's doing something out in the backyard, and you got to come to the back, and you got to look out the kitchen window. And when you look out the kitchen window, you'll know the man that's there." And so the pastor he said he went to the window, and he looked out, and there was the president of the seminary, and he was chopping wood for the little old widow. And he thought about it, and he said, "You know, that's the mission of all Christians, to do something in behalf of those who need, those who have a concern, those who have something they need." And we could do that. We could just do it with a phone call. We might even, since a lot of us know how to use email, and we know some of our friends are on email, we could just drop them a line and tell them that we're thinking about them. It'd mean a lot to a lot of us if some of those that loved us, or we hoped that they loved us, would do that for us, that they just let us know that they're thinking about us. They don't have to spend much time doing it, they just need to do it. And that's what Jesus wanted us to do, and that's what made this president of this seminary so beloved by the students, was that he was willing to do whatever he could to lift another human being. And that's the message of God for each of us, that our purpose is to lift others. I pray that you'll learn how to do that in your life. May the good Lord bless you this morning.